Hi guys, this is Lisa Joya. Welcome to this video. This is now officially my 11th or 12th attempt at making this video. This is a video regarding my daughter. As you guys know, my daughter Nina passed away on Easter Sunday this year in 2016. And well, today, October 13th, 2016, would have been her 24th birthday. I never got a chance to give a eulogy speech or talk about my memories of my daughter. I have never had that opportunity to share that. It's been a very rough year for me. And her death is... I'm trying not to cry, you guys, because that's not something she would want. She would not want me to be all crying and feeling sorry for myself or feeling sorry for her, because I know how she is, or she was. But I'm going to try. But I'm not going to make any guarantees, because every time I've tried to make this video, I've cried my eyes out. My daughter Nina wasn't biologically my daughter. I was blessed to have the opportunity to be in her life as her stepmother. That is my relationship, if you want to call it, to Nina. But never once did I ever call Nina my stepdaughter, ever. She was my daughter. Mine, 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 mine. So I never called Nina my stepdaughter. In fact, Nina was always my dream daughter. She was beautiful, she was smart, she was quick, she was feisty. I mean, she was like everything you can ever dream of having in a daughter. She was amazingly quick, and she was very inventive, and she was just very, very wise beyond her years. Now, her and I's birthday fall along with each other. Now, my birthday is 5 days from now, and hers is today. And when she came into my life, I stopped celebrating my birthday on my actual birthday. I only celebrated my birthday on her birthday because I felt like she was my gift. I'm having a hard time already with this. When my late husband Ron told me he had a daughter, I haven't even met her yet. I was already in love with her, as in I wanted her to be mine. I heard about her situation and her circumstances, and I just wanted her to myself. Secretly, I mean, I really wanted her to myself. I didn't want to share her with her own father. Well, her father owed back child support or something like that, and then so did her biological mother, and he didn't have enough to cover for the biological mother's half of the child support. So he actually asked me for a loan, and I had paid for the mother's half so we can get custody of Nina and bring her to us to come and live with us. Yes, I paid for my daughter to come and be with us because that's how desperately I really, really, really was wanting her with me. I'm having a hard time, guys. This is harder than you think. And also, this was one of Nina's favorite outfits on me. So I'm wearing everything colorful for her on her behalf. I mean, I'm doing my hair and my makeup kind of like her. Actually, I taught her how to put makeup on, but she somehow perfected even better than what I taught her. So, I told you she was quick to the wit. Nina was an exceptional young lady. An exceptional young lady. I was always super impressed with how smart and feisty she was. She didn't take nobody's crap, you know. And I don't think she was. You couldn't tell if you put her father and me and her. You couldn't tell she wasn't biologically mine. Because I always said that's my daughter. It's my daughter. People would not be able to figure out that's my daughter or not, you know, biologically, you know. But isn't it really, you know, biological or not, if you love someone else as your child, isn't that valid enough to call them your child and for them to you know, to be your family? There's no step in this family. I had a hard time with Nina for a while, and it was really all my fault, really. I wanted her to call me mom so bad because I wanted that validation. And then in the end I realized I was wrong to want that validation from her. It had to come in her own time, in her own space, in her own growing up, self-realization ways. And the greatest gift she ever gave me, she called me on the phone. It's about 2 years, so 3 years after her father passed away. And I said, "What's up, Bobina?" Because that was her nickname. She's like, "Mom." And I was like, "What? Mom?" She's like, "Yeah, you." I was like, "Okay." I like the sound of this word from your lips. I always fought you time and time again about you calling me mom, and now you're calling me mom. I'm not going to fight you on that. So, ever since then she was like, "Ma, mom, mom, mommy, ma, ma." Every time she called me on the phone, it just used to bring me so much like joy. I would have a crappy day in life and she would call me on the phone and say, "Ma," and all of a sudden the sun and the clouds would come out, the rainbows and the heavens would open, and the birds and this would sing, and it was just, yeah. Yeah, when she called me mom, it was like the greatest gift I can ever have gotten from her. I was looking through some of my stuff that I have of hers, and I can't find any of the stuff that she had made for me per se, but I wanted to share some things with you and maybe talk about some of her memories, and I might even include some video of her when her and her brother, you know, were to hanging out together. So a few years ago, I stole this perfume from Nina. I admit it, I stole something from my daughter. It's a imitation version of Cool Water, and I'm wearing the perfume on today, so it was her favorite perfume. And then I finally admitted to her that I stole it from her. So when she came out and visited me in 2013, she used her own perfume, and she's like, "No, Ma, you keep it, you keep it." So officially it's not stolen anymore. This bracelet, there was a green one and hers was the green one. This is blue jade, and she had the matching green one, and we used to wear them all the time, kind of like friendship bracelets, her and I. And this would always come so loose on me all the time. She had to keep tightening it for me. I kept doing this number, kind of tightening it on my wrist, you know. But we had the friendship bracelets, and this was one of our friendship bracelets that we had. She was a really good friend to me, even though she was my daughter. She was always full of advice, wiser beyond her years. Some days like now, I wish I could just hear her voice. But I can't. It sucks. It sucks to have your child die before you. It really does. A long time ago, remember I told you about friendship bracelets? Well, we even had little, rings. These rings we would get from 25-cent machines, those little like bubble pack type things. Anyways, I bought her this one. And she gave it to me back when she came and visited me in 2013. I can't believe she still had it after all these years. She gave this to me. And this is the one she originally bought for me, but I wore down the color because I used to wear it all the time. All the time I used to wear them because I used to always have everything that one of my kids, used to make for me. I used to always, like if Nina made me a necklace or she made me this or she made me that, I always kept them because those type of gifts just mean so much more to me than maybe a new camera or a new car. I would rather have the gifts of my children. Anyways, you know how like a mother always saves something for her daughter for when she's going to get married? Well, I actually have my wedding dress still waiting. It was supposed to be for her when she got married. But I'll never be able to give that to her. Something else I was going to give to her was my wedding ring and her father's wedding ring. I don't know if you guys could see that or not. It's probably blurry. There you guys go. I was going to give this to her on her wedding night, and now I'm never going to be able to give it to her. And I contemplated selling these to get her a headstone, because where she's buried at, even though she didn't want to become buried, she wanted cremation. I was contemplating getting a headstone and just selling these for her. But then I might just save them for my son. My daughter was also very, very talented on so many levels. Let me go ahead and show you. Remember how a mother always saves stuff that the children make for them? Yes, Nina, my child, my baby, mine, mine, mine. It always was and always will. She made these earrings for me. Nina was extremely talented. I wish they would there we go. I had the materials, and I'm not really gifted in the jewelry making department, but she had the patience for meticulous things. And on occasion you see me wearing them in my videos. I wear like only her stuff these days because, little things like this are precious. I don't know if you guys can see this, but let's see. I don't know if you guys can see it. But yeah, she made this for me. She knows that blue is one of my favorite colors. And then she made me these earrings herself. These are crystal, actually, real crystals. Swarovski crystals or something like that. I bought the kit and I said I couldn't do it, so. But yeah, my daughter was extremely talented, and yeah. I'm sorry guys, I had to stop the video. I had to get my composure. It doesn't feel real, it doesn't feel right that she's gone. It doesn't even feel natural. I'm not even her biological mother. It's not fair. It's like one fucking cruel joke to have this beautiful child, or any child, go before you. It's not fair. It's not fair. My daughter suffered from anxiety a lot of her life, And I used to help manage her symptoms just by, being there, listening to her, talking to her, comforting her. And then when she came to visit me in 2013, she said, "Ma," I'm like, "What's up, babe?" She was like, "Guess what?" I'm like, "What? Tell me." And she was like, "Just take a guess." I'm like, what? She's like, "I don't need to take my anxiety pills when I'm with you." Big compliment. I'm not even her biological mom, but yet she told me I soothed her so much she didn't need her anti-anxiety pills. I did a video about a year, two, maybe almost 3 years ago, when she came out and visited me. It was originally for me. It was my birthday present for her to come out here. And what do you know, 3 years later, I'm doing this video about her. You're probably thinking, it's, wow, Alicia's crying over her daughter. But I really don't care what you guys think. That was my child, my baby, that died. My beautiful, wonderful, intelligent, sweet, feisty, child, my baby, the one I used to hold in my arms. Yes, I held Nina in my arms, and people don't believe it, but yeah, I held her in my arms. And when she was here last, I held that girl in my arms. I held her, then she was like 21. I held her, a 21-year-old, in my arms like a baby, because that's my baby, and there's no shame in parents wanting to hold their babies no matter what age that they are. Because one of these days, the children are going to be holding us. Another thing I want to share with you is there's a lot of things in here that, particularly these. I had, before she left, I gave her a pearl necklace that I had handcrafted for her, and I had bought these pearls when she was 3 years old, so I was holding on to them for 18 years. And I had a necklace, a bracelet set for if she ever decided she got married, she would have that. This is the first year without my daughter on her birthday. I just can't call her on the phone and say, "Happy birthday, baby." I can't hear her voice. She didn't realize that she soothed me as well. Just her presence. Wiser beyond her years. Quick to forgive. Not forget, but quick to forgive and move on. And that is something I've always taken from her, is that I was always the one that used to hold on to anger and bitterness and rage, thinking I was righteous and I was, in the right to do so. And I might have been in the right, but the way I went about it was incorrect. And she was the one that actually taught me, the parent, on how to be. And I've taken a lot of her ways to kind of teach me and grow me as a parent and as a person in general. It's funny what you learn from your kids. It's funny what you learn from how they reflect what you teach them back at you. Called redirection. Yeah, she used to use my words back at her all the time. So smart, so quick to the whip. My daughter used to always text me saying, "Ma, I want to come home." I want to come home. I want to come home. Home was here with me. And I said, used to always have to encourage her and say, baby, you got your life out there where you live at, and you got to work it. You got to make it happen. You can do this. Because she didn't know what direction her life was going to be, and she was unsure, and she was doubting herself, and she was starting to feel like very anxious and depressed. And she's calling me on the phone, and I just have to keep encouraging her, and she's encouraged me. And every Sunday we called each other. Well, she called me usually around 1 o'clock my time, which is about 4 o'clock her time, because there's a big time difference between her and I. And she used to say, Ma, I don't know what direction I'm going to go in. Can I have some advice? Blah, blah, blah. So I went vegan, and she started realizing I was feeling better, and I wasn't as crazy. I still am, but I'm not, as crazy as I used to be. And now it's like, my daughter was starting to get her life back in order. She got a job being an executive chef, and she went vegan. I was so proud of her, but I was always proud of her. No matter what stage in her life she was, I was always proud of her. I mean, it's like, wow. She's went through leaps and bounds of depression and anxiety and all that stuff. And she actually got a job doing something she really loved. She loved doing and being an executive chef. I was so proud of her. I kept pushing her. You could do this. You could do this. Put yourself to school. You could do this. You could do it. You could do it. And she went vegan, and she didn't really feel like she needed the anxiety pills as much, because she was detoxifying her body when she went vegan herself. And she was getting her life in order, calling me on the phone, asking me for vegan recipes for the restaurant. So I was giving her my recipes for vegan this and vegan this and vegan that, and that's what pushed her to become more of a success, because she was putting vegan options for the clientele over there. So there was more of a wider range of food for vegans on their menu, and she used to pull ideas out of my head, and yeah, she actually was the reason why I perfected vegan macaroni and cheese. She is the reason why I improved a lot in my overall mentality a lot of the time. If you guys know how I was very negative, very angry, very full of myself, very, how do I explain this without saying bad words? I was a bee. Yeah, I was a bee. And she pulled out those negative qualities out of me and just made me feel useful. She always made me feel useful. And when she's here, my son's here at the same time, I feel like I'm complete as a mother. But now that she's gone, even though I have my son, I do not feel complete anymore. I feel so lost. I mean, I feel so detached. That's the word, detached. Yeah. Detached. Not from reality, but from my own self, because she was part of me, even though she didn't physically come from me. She was part of me, and she always will be part of me, but it's like, I'm really trying not to break down on camera. Her death is actually harder than my late husband's. Go figure. And he was my best friend. He was my lover. He was my business partner. He was my companion. He was the guy I fought with and made up with, and that was fun. But now there's this little girl named Nina, and now she's gone, and I feel this empty hole because she filled it in. That emptiness I always felt. She was my dream daughter. Guys, she really was my dream daughter. She was everything I ever wanted in a daughter and more. Any one of her friends knows that. up year. It really has been a screwed up year. I mean, losing your child is the worst thing you can ever have or ever have done. Losing your child. And I don't wish this on my worst enemy. I don't wish this on my worst enemy. No. This feeling totally sucks. I told myself I wasn't gonna cry, and look what I'm doing. I'm doing it again for like the 12th time trying to do this video. It might be long, but I don't care what you guys think. So I'm gonna talk to this camera like I'm talking to my daughter. Nina, thank you for allowing me to be your mother figure, your friend. Thank you for the privilege of being in my life. Thank you for being my gift and my dream daughter. I never deserved you. I never deserved you. But I knew I had a gift when I had you in my life. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being my friend and allowing me to be your friend. Thank you for all the stuff you've ever done for me. All the things that we talked about and you taught me and I've taught you. Thank you for all of that. You were such a blessing to me, despite of the stuff that we've gone through. Yeah, my dream daughter. You were my dream daughter, sweetheart. My Bobina baby. And I'm never gonna forget you, never gonna try to forget you. And there's a big hole in my heart. I don't feel complete anymore without you. And I know I was not your real mother, but you were always my child, my baby. I love you and I miss you so bad, sweetie. Send me some angels from heaven, my dear. You were the best thing that ever happened in my life besides your brother. I love you and miss you so greatly. More than I can ever express. Hi guys, welcome to my vlog. This is Saturday, November 3rd. I'm probably not going to be posting these videos for a little while because I'm going to need some time to download them and into my computer. My daughter showed up yesterday. Well, actually, I went and picked up my daughter yesterday and I woke her ass up and I drove all the way to Oceanside, 50 miles. And I got her up and we spent all day together, had nothing but fun, and went by the old neighborhood and did some stuff, and we actually had our first beer together. I mean, she's 21 years old, she just turned 21, and she was shocked that I just went and I just bought beer and like, no big deal. And I told her, but once I open this, I'm not driving anywhere. So the moment that I open it, we're not doing jack shit. We're not going nowhere, we're not driving nowhere, that's it. So we got our pizza and whistling, hooting, hollering, and hitting on guys together and having fun as a family. And we didn't go to sleep till like really late. I have given her this freshwater pearl necklace I've been saving for her for the past 11 years. I've had it since she's been 10 years old, and yeah, it's a very expensive thing, and
and I had it customized for her, so it's like the only one in the world. Plus, it's got like $3,000 worth of pearls on it, and it's not your junky, typical round pearls. It's the oblong, the real ones. You know what I mean? But anyways, oh boy, cats in the background. Anyway, both the kids are sleeping, so I'm out here doing this vlog. My daughter and I, we were up until like 2 o'clock in the morning talking about everything, having a good ass time. I gave her her father's ashes. I've been saving them for this entire time. A lot of people have been trying to take everything away from my daughter, and I decided that I was going to save everything for the appropriate time, and she's going to be with me till tonight. So I'm going to be downloading some of these vids because I'm off my camera and I'm about to run out of times I've been videoing so much with it. I look forward to uploading some more. I'm the happiest I've been in years. I mean, I'm so freaking happy. You guys cannot contain my joy right now. I mean, I feel like I'm complete as a parent, as a person, as everything. I missed my daughter so bad. You have no idea. And then to see her, my son and her together, it was like they're both happy. I mean, my daughter hasn't slept well in a long time and she's still sleeping. I mean, she has anxiety and she takes pills for it, but yet she has no anxiety right now. And then totally babied her ass too last night. Made her wash her face and like I used to do when she was a teenager, I used to hand her the towel and the soap and sit there and watch her do her stuff. And teach her how to take care of her face again. And just wonderful. Anyways, I'm gonna go back, drink my cup of coffee, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna re-energize myself, go download these pictures into my laptop and then go from there and recharge this phone and then upload more stuff. I'm so happy, guys. So I've got 2 kids to get up in about an hour. I haven't had 2 kids to get up and get ready to go out the door in a very long time. I feel so complete. I wonder how my late husband is, overjoyed, in heaven, probably dancing, I feel so wonderful. I feel so blessed. I feel like a mom, I mean, I'm already a mom already, but it's just like I have her and I have him, I have both my kids with me. The most wonderful feeling ever, 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 ever. Oh my God, I've been crying. You guys have no idea. I've been crying. I've been so happy. I've been crying. I've been eating. I've been not sick. I have been not been depressed. I have not been angry. I just been so happy. I've been feeling so complete. You guys have no idea. I haven't seen my daughter in 5 years. I mean, I've talked to her, but I haven't seen her. I haven't been able to kiss her. I haven't been able to hug her. Nothing in 5 years. And now I got my girl. And she looks cute when she sleeps. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch her sleep some more.